Okay, we arrived at our destination. I mean, the first destination. The asteroid base 2, designed by the Senate. And as you can see, it has solar panels, which can only be activated or like can only produce energy output when the sun is above them. So every once in a while, every rotation cycle of the sun, depending on the configuration that you give to the map, the base will activate. Currently I turn everything off, so I'm gonna see if this amount of solar panels are enough to power up the antenna, a single antenna. So it basically pops in and out, it sends like a signal when the sun is on top and then powers itself off. Because I don't need the base to be constantly consuming power. A good addition to this base would be batteries, and leave them on semi-automatic and basically just leave the base there. It will be like self-sufficient. So you can see here the reactor is turned off. It doesn't have any uranium in it. Excuse me. So I want this to be a stop, like a regular stop for the exploration run that I'm gonna make. And since this is a spawn location, maybe every once in a while it will spawn new ships. I'm not sure how it works. I don't know if you have to like leave the location, untouched for them to spawn. But I'm gonna check this station regularly. I should actually include a drone, leave a drone present here. Well, maybe this ship can work as a drone. Well, it will have to be solar power, uh, using batteries, so I can leave it here indefinitely without worrying for having to replenish the uranium. Okay, anyway, I'll show you what happens when the sun comes up. Okay, there's an enemy drone, so let's try to take it out. Good. For some reason my rocket launchers are not working, so let's go. Oh, it's the missile one. It's gonna be tricky. As long as you're at full speed and moving sideways relative to the drone, the missiles won't hit you. Okay, getting closer. Come on. That was a close hit. Out of range. Okay, getting closer. I don't think I'm hitting it. Oh. Jeez. Damn it. Lost control. Okay, got no gyros. At least the drone is gone. It got me spinning out of control. Completely took out the port engine bay. Okay. Well, that was kind of exciting. Now we're 9 kilometers away. Yeah, and there's like no way to really use the main engines. Okay, I'll see what I can do. At least this showed the durability of this design. Now, if I had a wing or something installed on this side, I would have fared better. So the gyros are in here. One of them got loose. So I guess I can just like, yeah, grind it down and just install it back. Just don't fly away, please. Steady. There. Now let's place that gyro conveniently here. So the problem is that the gyros are attached to a piece that is weak, and when the piece gets destroyed, the gyros got loose and they back inside and maybe like act like shrapnel inside of the craft. So that's one thing that has to be noted in the design. That should be enough for now. Yeah, we're back in business. Let's head back to the Calypso and let's repair this. We'll let them go away. The Bullcat's not fully repaired yet. Discovered that I'm lacking some spare parts. Okay, seems to be coming back. I think it's gonna do another high-speed pass. Maybe not as close as to getting weapons range. We'll see. Yeah, it's getting closer. 50mm is engaging. Okay. Now the main defensive battery of the Calypso is actually landing some shots. I think I forgot to close the drone bay. Okay. It's gone, let's see. Let's inspect the damage. Okay. Our drones seem to be fine. Looks like the underbelly of the Calypso took some hits. Yeah, nothing major. Yeah. Yeah, this will be repaired easily. Well, look at what happened while traveling at 60 meters per second. This drill drone became loose, and then I wanted to control it manually and dock it, and for some reason like there was this like wake, and one, two, yeah, two more came loose. So at this point, um, we're traveling. As you can see, my speed 60 meters per second. I don't know if I want to brake, like activate the inertia dampeners in the Calypso. Whoa. Yeah, this is getting violent. Well, let's see what happens. Need a control terminal. Anyone? Okay, here. Panel. Remote control. Inertia dampeners. Okay, that wasn't that violent. It's messy, but not that violent. Okay, looks like we stopped. And I'm running out of oxygen, so helmet off. This is a mess. At least nothing exploded. So, as I said before, I'm gonna try to find a script that enables me to fly formation with the drones and just dock them for resupplying or repairing. Let's see. Let's see outside. Okay, nothing got damaged. Where are we? Okay. That's a really interesting looking asteroid. Looks like nothing broke on the outside. Bullcat is fine. Scan for derelicts. Nothing. Okay. Okay, let's put some order in our cargo hold. Sorry, vehicle bay. Okay, we have placed the utility drones. It's time to put this one where it belongs. Perfect. Hello again. I'm going to show you a cheap way of building the wings out of the Bullcat. Just didn't feel like it, so let's see. Let's see if I have enough parts to begin with. Apparently not. Which is odd. Oh, of course. There you go. Interesting. Well, you get the idea. actually should have docked the drone in this connector. It's not like I need the wings right now, but well, maybe eventually when planets come out, it's gonna make more sense to have wings. I'm fully aware that I don't think the developers are gonna add any kind of aerodynamics simulation, at least not in the first update. Well, maybe they do. But I've been thinking about it quite a lot, especially since it's been a while since I played Kerbal Space Program, and I was wondering what kind of aerodynamics would you get. I mean, in Space Engineers, it's not gonna be just gravity. So how do you think that they would account for drag and lift, especially lift? A long time ago I was talking with a friend about it, and at least the idea that I have is if maybe they can give like a lift coefficient to flat surfaces. For example, this nose piece right here, it only has like 3 blocks width that are considered to be perpendicular, you know, to the vertical axis. Maybe they can give like each flat block a coefficient of lift. So if you create like a large flat surface, it would count as a wing. Well, that's kind of like an idea that I got. And apparently I missed a spot there. So no, in this one I really want to hear your comments. How would you do aerodynamics in Space Engineers? Taking into account that it might not be to the level of games like Kerbal or the other simulations that you find, at least in Steam. So like a real, hardcore flight sim. Because, I mean, being honest, like the main focus of the game is building, moving around, creating stuff, sharing it, testing it against the environment, and well, maybe eventually against the AI, not just other players. So, how will you do it? How will you create an aerodynamic simulation that is compatible with the current system that we have in Space Engineers? Without having to create separate wing blocks. How will you translate the current blocks into something that generates lift, drag, and all the other forces that act upon aircraft inside of an atmosphere? And that being said, speaking of atmospheres, since we know that the planets are going to have different qualities of atmosphere, would you think that maybe they have planets with thinner atmosphere? Maybe that would force you to create like gliders with super large wings. Pretty much what you theorize to fly in environments like Mars, for example. Or what about high density atmospheres, like the ones that we find in Venus? Or even, would they ever add gas giants to the game? Well, who knows? I just really want to make this channel more interactive with the subscribers that I have, and I do want to hear you. Like, how would you do it? How would you make your fighters actually fly inside of an atmosphere in this game? You can tell me about it in the comments, send me a message, make a video about it. The idea here is to generate discussion and bring to bear all this scientific and fictional knowledge that we have and enjoy. Okay, we're almost done here. Finally I missed, oh no, I didn't miss the spot. wings. Like, the technique was cheap, but like I said in an earlier video about testing the drone attachment, I no longer think that putting welders inside of the drone bay, the hangar deck, is worthwhile, especially since they reduce the size of the area of effect that the welders have. And also, what do you think of this fighter, the FA3 Bullcat? Do you like the retro look? How will you build a fighter? And how will you make it dual purpose, like endo-exo atmospheric fighters, or just like a space fighter or a purely atmosphere dedicated fighter, which you could have a single engine on the back and that would be enough? Actually, that would be interesting to see. And perhaps I'm gonna set up a scene with Digi's natural gravity mod and find that perfect balance between the bottom thrust, to simulate lift, and then just use the weight of the aircraft to simulate the drag, and well, gravity is already there, so it should be interesting designing an atmospheric, like a purely atmospheric fighter in Space Engineers, and see how it behaves. Well, that's all for now. Take care, and remember, I would like to see your fighter designs.